So let's say your child starts with a Head Start program and then ends off, they take another diagnostic test and they score within a certain threshold, they can qualify for merit-based scholarships for our Hoosier Prep program. Be prepared for investing in your child's preparation by any means necessary, anywhere. Sometimes the books aren't enough.
My name is Jamila Wallace. I'm the co-founder of AdmissionSquad and its Chief Operating Officer.
My name is Ty Abrams, and I am the CEO and co-founder of AdmissionSquad, an education company helping underrepresented minorities to gain access to high-quality test prep, comprehensive mentoring, and application consulting.
So I went to a middle school in Queens that didn't prioritize top high school admissions as much as some other high schools, or middle schools I should say. And so as a result, I didn't find out about top high schools, and specifically specialized high schools, until about 2 weeks before the specialized high school admissions test.
I went to a really solid school here in New York City, an amazing middle school, but unfortunately the leadership at the school didn't really prioritize admissions into top high schools. And so it actually took one of the parents, like he had a vision for his daughter, and he used to do some tutoring on the side. So he took 7 of us, worked with us out of an apartment, and got us ready for the specialized high school exam. My mom was clueless about the process. A lot of those parents in that school had no idea about it, but he was that engaged and that intent on us getting this opportunity.
So after graduating from Brooklyn Tech, I actually started tutoring. When it came to that middle school age, I found myself being more of like a mentor and even advisor to the families of the middle school students I was working with, because they were going through the high school admissions process and they were clueless.
I met my business partner, Jamila Wallace, and we started to recognize, what is the last opportunity that we have to really intervene on a child's behalf and change the life trajectory of where they end up. And we felt that middle school would be the highest priority for these kids. So we formed AdmissionSquad.
Who can tell me the regular polygon with 5 sides?
The first thing we figured out was that test prep was necessary, absolutely. The second thing is that the mentorship and the building of these academic skills and social skills, professional skills, all of those were also necessary. And then advising the parents through the application process, getting them familiar with who the real top high schools were, how to judge a top high school, and then selecting what's best for their child.
This would be a time for him to open his eyes and see that,
It's prioritizing. That was the only problem.
Just to go to school now and just be cool, that's out of the question.
No.
Black and Latino kids are not getting into these top public high schools. Whether you're referring to specialized high schools or top public high schools at large, the issue still remains the same. And so we feel that the biggest challenge is the lack of access to information, and of course they're not getting the preparation that they need to succeed on entrance exams.
With middle schools, we usually host workshops on top high school admissions and any of the subtopics that relate to top high school admissions.
The biggest misconception about the high school process is that every school is a good school and that parents don't have to apply, that students are automatically put in high school. And we know that's not the case.
It's specialized high school jeopardy. You see how that goes? We're talking about the tests. We're talking about the alumni, like who graduated. We're gonna learn something today.
The way AdmissionSquad's programs are designed, they not only produce students who perform successfully on entrance exams into these high schools or even perform successfully in interviews, but the kind of environment that we create around preparing for high school, it really turns them into great students overall.
Can we have specialized high schools / top New York City high schools for our country, please?
He was struggling with certain areas, both math and English, and once he has attended AdmissionSquad, I have seen where he has grown academically.
Oh boy, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. Whatever high school you go to, you need to go in knowing that you need to demand more out of your education there.
If I had to think about one thing that makes AdmissionSquad stands out, and it's the family. There's other test prep programs out there, There's other crash courses and boot camps out there, but we really prioritize the relationship building piece, not just with the students, but also with the parents. And because of that, I really believe it sets us apart.
One of the things that I admire with Jamila and Ty is their entrepreneurship, in that here are two single young black women who took it upon themselves to have the interests of their community at heart, that they want to see these children succeed.
Desire starts off with hunger. That means like you're trying to like tackle as many problems as you can. You want to reach mastery. You want to be at a point where no matter what problems get thrown at you, you may not see the exact problem, but you see the concepts before.
You know, it's not just the leaders of Admission Squad that are putting in the work, but the parents, the families who are involved. This is just like a joint effort. They're fully engaged in the process.
Jamila and Taisha were able to always communicate, whether it be a text, an email. It was constant communication. So if there was a problem, I knew about it right away. We were able to address it and attack it. It was very empowering because you're really giving your child a better future. That is like a win.
We went through that high school transition already, and now it's about looking ahead to college. And
the upward mobility of underrepresented students of color, it's not really something that can be accomplished in one generation. It's literally something that every generation has to add value to. And so there's been a group of us that's been given access to opportunity, and we've gotten to one level. Now, for the next generation to make it even further than us, we have to reach back and we have to get involved. And it's just so critical that that happens.
I think it's crucial that an effort exists around getting students with great academic potential into the spaces that can help them reach their full potential. And in order to do so, it's going to take people like, or organizations like Admission Squad who care about these underrepresented students of color to ensure that they're always, like, the door never closes on them, basically.